Y'all can make sure that the feed is up. Excuse me. Baba Kashad, please.
Come on, sir.
Okay.
Sounds welcome.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. One second. Yeah, it's too loud. Okay, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Barakatham, Yahshua Alatham Bashem Yahshai. It's the I.S.U.P.K, Southern California Sabbath service. We are located at 246 East Highland Avenue, San Bernardino, California. The Sabbath, or the classes rather, are as stated. Tuesday Brotherhood class 7 to 9 p.m. Law class 7 to 9 p.m. Scripture breakdown with Captain Gadalhar 7 to 9 p.m. The Lashon Kodash, or Hebrew language class, every Friday 7 to 9 p.m. And the Sabbath service is every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon. All right. So I'll give it a minute before we start with the prayers. We start the prayers. Pray to the Most High. Burn your incense. Sisters, cover your head. Right. Brothers, gird up thy loins. Right. And we're going to, today, as you see on the screen, we're going to talk about Abraham and Isaac. We're going to talk about, we talked about what last week? Really quick. We talked about Abraham and Sarah, right? And how he was telling the Egyptians that that was his sister. And how he shouldn't have done that. So we're going to do this right, all right? All right, Zahn, you got me? All right, I imagine just me. Right, the blood of the grape. Right, YAHANNA in the Hebrew, which means wine. It's part of the Sabbath service. La Yasharala. more incense on this burner, Baba Kushai. It's all right. We're gonna uncover the scrolls, the holy scrolls. You see? And I'm gonna say, I.M.A.D.I.M wa punya kodam, which means to stand and face the east. Okay. We'll stand and face the east. We're gonna pray to the God of Israel. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? Y'all know he is the power of Israel. You see? All right? So, like I said, sisters, make sure your heads are covered. Brothers, gird up thy loins. We're going to pray in both Hebrew and English. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer first. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Baba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayat, I.S.U.P.K. Salakia. Barataza, Kawa, Hayat, Bashamayim, Natan Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawath Nawa, Wala'ah, Nabaya Nawa, the Messiah one, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Ha'ala, with the Para, Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Hakak, or the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baba Kushai, Lanawa, Hakak, Rapa'ah, Call, Makala, Adawa, Hakak, Latahar, Ha, Matazarayim, Hakak, Laquayim, Hamathium, Hakak, Isle, Makawath, Tamala, Garashan, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the water, Amen. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. The blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Yaka'ala, Wa Lahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, I.S.U.P.K, YAHANNA, Ha-Lawapyim, Ha-Saranyim, Ha-Kwatazayanyim, Ha-Kiyayoyim, Wa-Ha-Akwapyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the water, Amen. This is Psalms 121. In the Hebrew, it's like Asha'ah, Ayanya, All, Ahayim, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ai, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Shemayim, La'aratazah, Alathan, Lamawat, Galka, All, Yanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yemyinka,
Yawamum,
Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Aptapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kaza'athka, Wa'aka, Ma'ida, Wa'id, I-Will-Um. In English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all, Damaya, Laka, all, Bakarash, all, Bashikwat, all, Kaya, Hana, I.S.U.P.K, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, I'll, Amaka, Ya'ayamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, I'll, Tazapawanika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Manakakidam, Magaya, Yazakar, Sham, Asherallah, Iwada, Kaya, Noah, Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Alaya, Adawam, Wa, Yashmalium, Mawaba, Bahagarium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashath, Amyashabya, Tazawar, Gum, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawai, Labunya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadyan, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabyan, Manakal, Payashwan, Hashamadwa, Ayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kairab, Kazaba, Kazabak, Katazal, Manai, Call, Asayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kwash, Lapunya, Waka, Ka'ash, Abaira, Yaira, Wa, Kalahaba, Dalahat, Harayam, Kun, Daradapma, Masairaka, Babasa, Wapathka, Babahalam, Mala'a, Punyahum, Kulawan, Waya, Kwashwa, Shumka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Adya, Aid, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Aiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shumka, Yahweh, Abadka, Ayawan, Al-Call, Ha'aratazah. In English, keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
And hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo, thine enemies. Make a tumult. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted. Against thy hidden one. They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. For being a nation. Let the name of Israel. Maybe no more in remembrance.
For
Salakia. For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
One consent.
For one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gebal.
Gebal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The sword also is joined with them.
A sword also is joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And like Zaid.
And like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As
And
Zabah.
as Almunah.
And as Almunah.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God in possession.
The house of God in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
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 As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy
O
name.
Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And troubled.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most
Over
high.
all the earth.
Over all the earth.
The water. You getting appetite? Oh, Slaggy. Allah Panya, general in the comments. Barak, Yah Bashim Yah Shabakatah, sir. Kind of one kind. When I say Allah Panya, that means general on deck. You stand and say Barak, that's blessed, and you salute, all right?
Kan.
All right, Yashab Yum, which means to be seated, right? Get the most high hand for the Sabbath, right? We'll rock it out, man. We talking about Abraham and Isaac today. Let's come down a little bit, right? That's Tawab. That's Tawab. As you know, we read both Hebrew and English, as is a part of our culture and what we do on the Sabbath. Like if you read in Luke, the 4th chapter, it was given to Christ on the Sabbath day, right? Where it was written in Isaiah, the 61st chapter, but it says, as their custom was, on the Sabbath day. We read the Hebrew, we read the scriptures every Sabbath. We went over the Lord's holy word, you understand? So it's part of keeping, because today's not Tuesday, it's not any other day of the week, it is the Sabbath day. It's a holy day, right? We wear girdles, we have our staffs, we have our headpieces, we have our garments with the fringes and borders of blue, we have our menorahs, we have our showbread, we have our wine, we have our incense burning. This is a Sabbath service. You see?
That's right.
Right? So get the most high hand for that. You see? Because, listen, you listen to these fake groups out here, man. That's why Barakatah Yahweh Al-Shai for Commander General, giving us a leader in Commander General Yahanna who held on to the truth and held on to what he was taught. Because you leave it to these guys outside of I.S.U.P.K, man. You can't drink, you can't have a drink and with the Sabbath service, and the Sabbath service requires you to have wine. That don't even make sense. You get my point?
Okay.
So, we're going to get straight into it. I don't want to go off topic. We're going to talk about Abraham and Isaac, the test. I titled it that because there was an instant. Abraham, let me tell you something about Abraham. And Isaiah tells you, the Most High said, Abraham, my friend. Like, the Most High loved Abraham, man.
That's right.
He had a special love for that brother. He had favor unto that brother, man. Because of the character of Abraham. You feel me, Sawa?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You wanted to say something on that?
He had great faith.
He had, get a brother hand. You see? He had great faith. And we're going to read about Abraham's faith. You see? But first I'm going to read it in the Hebrew, 7 verses. And then we're going to go 7 verses in English, all right? So let's read it. Genesis chapter 22. Genesis chapter 22. YAHANNA Hada Banyam Ha'olha Waha Alahayim Nasa Abraham Waya Amar Al Yawa Abraham Waya Amar Hananya Waya Amar Kwak Na'a Banka Yakayadka Ashara Ahabath Yatazach Walak, 2 brothers. Laka, Al, Arataza, Hamarya, Waha, Ayla, Wa, Sham, La Ayla, Al, Akkad, Haharyam, Ashara, Amar, Al Yaka, Waya Shekam, Abraham, Babakor, Waya Kabash, Kamarwa, Waya Kwak, Shanya, Na'ir Yawa, Athwa, Wa'ath, Yatazakak, Bunwa, Waya Bakwai, Itazaya, Ayla, Waya Kwam, Waya Lak, All, Hamakwawam, Ashara, Amar, Lawa, Ha, Alahayim, Bayawam, Hasha, Layashya, Waya, Sha'a, Abraham, excuse me, Ayunyawa, Waya Ra'a, Hamakwawam, Marakach, Waya Amar, Abraham, All, Na'ir Yawa, Shabwa, Lakam, Pa, Ain, Hakamawar, Wa'anya, Wahana Ire, so like it. No, that's not. Wahana Ira, Nalaka, Aika, Wanashatak, Wanasha, Waba, All Yakam, Waya Kak, Abraham, Ath, Itazayah, Ha'ayla, Wayasham, Al Yatazakak, Banwa, Wayakak, Bayadwa, Ath, Ha'ash, Wa'ath, Hama, Akalath, Wayalakwa, Shanyaham, Yakadwa, Waya Amar, Yatazakak, All Abraham, Wabaya'awa, Waya Amar, Abaya, Waya Amar, Hananya, Banya, Waya Amar, Hana, Ha'ash, Wa Ha'itazayam, Wa'aya, Hasha, La'ayla. All right, so I'm gonna read it in English, all right? Where'd that water go? Right? What's going on, that? Lord Christ, Lord Christ. Good to see you. Right? Get that brother hand, right? All right, Genesis 22:1. And it came to pass after these things that the Most High, I'll read it in English, that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son, you see, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Let me give you a little bit of history of Abraham. Who can tell me why? Okay, let me ask you this. Abraham had many children, right? But if you read the accounts early in Abraham's life, who was his first child? And of who? Itizan.
I believe it was Ishmael.
It was Ishmael. Give the brother a hand. It was Ishmael. Now, another question. What was the mother's name? Not Tizak.
Hagar?
Hagar. Get a brother a hand. Right? Ishmael is the father of who today? Itizan.
It would be the so-called the like Middle Easterns, the East Indians.
Arabs.
The Arabs.
East Indians will be your Elamites. They come from Elam. They come from Elam.
So Arab.
Right. Arabs. Right? So I wanted to say that because the Most High did not recognize Ishmael as Abraham's son. You see that, right? He said, Abraham, take up Isaac, thine only son. Because Hagar and Ishmael, Ishmael got his blessing, he raised up 12 princes unto him, etc. But the Lord knew the promise. He wanted his promise on Isaac. You see? Now, it says in 22:2, and he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac, because you'll talk to Muslims, you'll deal with Muslims, and they'll try to put Ishmael, squeeze Ishmael in there. No, the Lord only recognized Isaac. That's important. That's important for future breakdowns to know. All right? Whom thou lovest. And get thee. Why did Abraham love Isaac so much? Why did Abraham love Isaac so much? That's that.
Because Sarah was barren, and it was like a gift from the Lord.
Wait, say that one more time.
Because Sarah was barren, and it was like a gift from the Most High.
Sarah was barren, meaning what?
She couldn't have children.
Sarah couldn't have children. Sarah couldn't have children. Right? And that, like any righteous woman who wants children, it grieves her soul. You understand? But the Lord, in all the years she couldn't have a child, where she offered her handmaid in Hagar to her husband Abraham, because she really wanted Abraham to have children, right? The Lord told her that, look, or told Abraham, right? You're going to have Sarah's going to have a son. You say, I will visit thee in the time of life. In 10 months, you're going to have a son. And then Sarah was in her tent, round some way, right? And she laughed, and the angel of the Lord was like, what's funny? You understand? I believe Abraham laughed too, which is why Isaac's name is Isaac. Laughter. Yatazakha. He laughs, right? But nonetheless, the Lord wanted Isaac as a burnt offering. So what do you think immediately Abraham thought? Vermont.
They had to sacrifice his son?
Yeah, sacrifice his son. He had to sacrifice his son. Right? But did Abraham ask the Most High, why? Why? You want to know what he did? Verse 3. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him and Isaac his son and clave the wood for the burnt offering and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. You see that? So what did Abraham do? Not to that.
He followed orders.
He followed that order.
Right.
You feel me, Sawab?
Yes,
He
sir.
said this is his son now. Abraham's not a robot. He was like, he got that message. He's like, you get my point? He just did it. He just did it. Abraham was a black man. This is our forefather. You know, he was like, he went into silence for a second. You know, Satan probably was telling him, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. That's your son. That's your son. Are you serious? Hey, Satan always been Satan, not.
Right.
You get my point? Satan wasn't just Satan to Job. Satan wasn't just Satan to Christ. It was Satan to every brother who wanted to follow the Lord.
Right.
You understand? But he rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him and Isaac his son and clave the wood. He gathered that wood out to go sacrifice Isaac. Right? And rose up and went into the place which God had told him. Where's the place God told him to go? Go ahead, Natazak.
It says the land of
Moriah, there it is. There it is. Right? Verse 4. Then on the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. So it's a few days travel. And Abraham is, he's on his ass, right? And then he sees the place afar off. So his mind is like, yeah, this, he's looking at his son, looking at, hey, son, sis.
Wow.
Y'all smart up, y'all shy. You look, he's looking at it like, oh, man. But in his mind, he knows he has to do it because God Almighty, I'm saying that for a reason, told him to do it. And he's not going to disobey the Lord. You understand? Verse 5. And Abraham said unto his young men, abide ye here with the ass. So he saw the place afar off 3 days later. Right? Sarah's not here. You get my point? Sarah, I'm sure Abraham, it doesn't say that he didn't tell her, but
Right.
you get my point. Abraham told his young men, the 2 men that came with him, fall back, stand down, right here. Me and Isaac gonna go. Abraham got the wood with him, got what he needs on his girdle. You see? And Abraham said unto his young man, abide ye here with the ass. Stay with the horses. And I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. You see that? And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. So he took it off of him, gave it to Isaac. Hold this. Isaac don't know at this point, right? And he took the fire in his hand and a knife. Listen to this. This is son. Are you hearing me? This is his son, This is Abraham's son, whom and the Most High knows he loves him. Thine only son whom thou lovest. Most High knows, man. Good night. The Lord trieth the reins in the hearts of men. He knows. And listen, there is a message behind all of this at the end of the class. Towards the end of the class, and I will reveal it. Right? It says, and he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went, both of them together. They start walking up that mountain now. Them 2 men began to be a little smaller as they went up. You get my point? Verse 7. And watch this. And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father, as they're walking up, as they're going to worship the Lord. And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, my father. And he said, here I am, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Isaac asked that. They're walking up. Isaac like, I got the wood. I got the knife, and I got what's needed to make a fire. Father, we missing the offering. We drove all this way. We slipping. Where, you know what I mean? Where is it? Right? Let me continue now. Let me read 7 more verses in Hebrew. I know you want to get straight to it, but we're gonna do this right. In the Hebrew, and look out for the words Abraham. That's who? Abraham. Yatazak is Isaac. You understand? So let's go. Verse 8 through 14. Waya Amar, Abraham, Alahayim, Yara'ah, Lawa, Hasha, La'ila, Banya, Waya Lakwa, Shun Yaham, Yakadwa, Waya Ba'awa, All, Hamakwawan, Asherah, Amar, Lawa, Halahayim, Waya Bun, Sham, Abraham, Ath, Hamazakwach, Waya Iraq, Ath, Ha'itazam, Waya Quad, Ath, Yatazakak, Banwa, Waya Sham, Athwa, Al, Hamazabak, Mama Al, La'ai Tazayam, Waya Shalach, Abraham, Ath, Yadwa, Waya Kak, Ath, Hama Kalath, Lashakat, Ath Banwa, Waya Kwara'a, All Yawa, Mala'at, Yahweh, Man, Hashemayim, Waya Amar, Abraham, Waya Amar Hananya, Waya Amar, All the Shalach Yadka, All Hana'ira, Wa All the Aish, Lawa, Ma'al, Wa Ma, Kaya, Aitha, Yada Aithya, Kaya, Yara'a, Alahayim, Atha, Wala'a, Kashakath, Ath, Bunka, Ath, Yakayadka, Mamanya, Waya Sha'a, Abraham, Ath, Ayanyua, Waya Ra'a, Wahana, Ayah, Akar, Na Akaz, Basabak, Bakwaranyua, Wayalak, Abraham, Wayakak, Ath, Ha'ayah, Waya Ailawa, La Aila, the Kath Banwa. Waya Kwara'a, Abraham, Sham, Hamakwam, Hahawa'a, Yahweh, Yara'ah, Asherah, Ya'amar, Hayawam, Bahar, Yahweh, Yara'ah. All right, so verse 8, right? Genesis 22 and 8. And Abraham said, my son. This is Abraham's response to Isaac's initial question. You see? Which was, in verse 27, and he said, behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? And Abraham said, my son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. You see that? He said, the Lord will provide a lamb for a burnt offering. You see? So they both of them went together. And they came to the place which God had told him of. Remember the place the Lord said he wanted him to go? They're there now. This is it. Abraham knows in his mind what's about to happen next. You see? It says, and they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there. So that's what the wood was for. Partially what the wood was for, other than the fire. Using it for fire. He built an altar. You understand? Something to place the offering on. You see? It says, and Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar upon the wood. You see that? He bound Isaac, his son. You see that? He bound Isaac, his son, and laid him on the altar. Now, put yourself right there. This is your son, Ike. It's you. He looked like you. He got your nose. You know what I mean? He looked like you. You watch his first steps. You get my point? Listen, there is a reason why I'm bringing this out. You feel me, sis? You have the Walker. Give sister a hand, right? She listen. The Walker Bar is a mighty brother in school. If you didn't know, the Walker Bar does amazing things, right? Listen, his first steps, right? Breastfeeding him, feeding him, him coming in the house with bruises from falling off his bike. All those memories, things like that. This is not. We're not just reading something. We're like, this literally happened. This was someone's life, and this is his son, and he's about to sacrifice him. What do you think he was gonna do with that knife? You understand? Man, listen. You better understand what kind of God we dealing with.
Right.
And they came to the place which God had told him of, verse 9. And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife. Who got a knife? Where a blade at? Right?
Sir.
No, that's something else. Right? He took the knife out. Listen, I usually got one up here, but it's not. Look, he's on the altar. Isaac is laid out. And look, it didn't say Isaac fought, and Isaac understood the Lord, will of the Lord as well. You feel me? He's laying there like, damn. So be it. So be it. Abraham is not worried about any of his emotions. Abraham is going to do whatever God says.
That's right.
Stretched forth his hands out. I took one last deep breath, looking at his son alive for the last few seconds. And he said he stretched forth his hands. And as he started to come down, verse 11. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And Abraham was like, here am I. You see? Abraham. Right? Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here am I. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. You better understand what kind of guy we're dealing with. You see? Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God. Listen, seeing thou hast not withheld thine son, thine only son. If you don't feel that in your chest, I act this. The Most High made Abraham gather things required for a burnt offering. Told him, I want you to sacrifice your son that I know you love for me. Abraham took his 2 men, gathered what was needed for the burnt offering. And part of that was a knife. A big, sharp knife. And his son Isaac. You see? And traveled many days. And in the many days, all Abraham was thinking about was what he was about to do. Do you understand? That's all he could think about. That was his son. And Isaac asked, look, we have this what we need to make an altar, but we don't have a sacrifice, Father. Abraham said, God will, he will, what did he say? He said that God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. He got up there and made that altar, right? He made that altar. And then he laid Isaac on that altar. And right before that blade touched the hair of Isaac, the angel of the Lord stopped Abraham. You see? And a lot of movies and illustrations, it even shows like him coming down. You get my point? Yeah. Like Abraham, the point is, God saw that Abraham was going to do it. And that was doing it. You get my point? That was doing it. He sacrificed Isaac. You get what I'm saying? You ever watch a movie where, like, they fight over the gun slide all over the place, and the person that originally was trying to kill the other person, and now the other person who was about to get killed has the gun, and then they got the gun and it's shaking. It's shaking, and the person's like, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. And then they click. You was about to kill me. You get my point? It's the same. Like Abraham was willing to do that. He was going to sacrifice Isaac. He was going to kill his son. You understand? Verse 13. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. So Abraham, after the angel told Abraham no, and that he mission accomplished, job well done, right? He saw a ram caught in his. You see? This is the rams. This is the actual ram's horn, by the way. He grabbed that ram, him and Isaac. Isaac got off that altar. And the Lord, man, ain't nothing to play with. You got a lot of parodies and movies and comedy movies that make light of this, but there's nothing funny about this. This is dead. This is super serious. And it's why we're here today.
Right.
Because if Abraham didn't do that, man, ain't no telling who the Most High, you know what I mean? We come from Abraham. If he would have said, man, I'm not doing that, and Most High chose somebody else. You get my point? But Abraham, he followed that order out. But look, and Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time. Oh, it's like 14. And Abraham called the name of that place. It says Jehovah Jireh, but it's really Yahweh Yara'ah, which means, or I'll read it. As it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Yara'ah in the Hebrew means to see. Yahweh Yara'ah means the Most High sees. The Most High saw Abraham's faith. The Most High saw what Abraham was willing to do for him. The Most High saw that he really feared him. Because look, the Most High removed Abraham from his family. You get my point? And chose him. And said, I will make nations of you. Nations gonna come from you, from your loins, nations. And then you telling this to a man that didn't have no children. Abraham didn't say, but that's impossible. Abraham's like, okay, I believe you. You understand?
Come.
Verse 15. And then, let me read this in the Hebrew real quick, all right? Where my 15? Oh, I accidentally read 15 last time, so I'm going to go for 16 in the Hebrew, right? It says, Waya Amar Baya Nasha Ba'aithya Na'am Yahweh Kaya Ya'ain Asherah Ash Yatha Ath Hadabar Hazah Wala'ah Kasha Kath Ath Bunka Ath Yakayad Ka Kaya Barak Abarakka Waharaba Araba Ath Zaraika Kakawakabya Hashemayim Wakak Wal Asherah Isle Shapat Shapath Hayam Wayarash Zaraika Ath Shaira Ayabyawa Wahatha Barakwa Basairaka Bazaraika Ka Gawa Yum Harataza I Quab Asherah Shama'ith Bakwalia Wayashab Abraham All Na'ira Yawa Na'ira Wayakwamwa Wayalakwa Yakadwa All Ba'ar Shabbat Shabai Wayashab Abraham Baba'ar Shabai Wayahaya Akarya Had Bar Yum Ahalya Wayagum La Abraham La Amar Hana Yalada Malakah Gum Ha Wa'a Banyum La Nakwar Achyaka Ath Iwataza Bakarwa Wa'ath Bawaz Achyawa Wa'ath Kwam Wa'al Abaya Aram. Alright, so back to Genesis 22 and what was I at? 15. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord. For because thou hast, you see it said the angel of the Lord, but it's angel means what? Swat. Messenger. You see? He's giving the Lord's message. And this is what the Lord said. And 16. And said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord. For because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Milcah, she hath also borne children unto thy brother Nahor, Abraham's nephews, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Kemuel the father of Aram. And it goes into names of different brothers, right? And unfortunately, the next chapter, his wife Sarah passes away. You see? But listen, Abraham was blessed in what he did. You understand?
Okay.
The point is this. When you come into the truth, you're going to sacrifice things. You are. You understand?
Okay.
You might come into the truth with a woman, your family and kids, and she's not going to like you telling her she can't celebrate Christmas. She's not going to like that. She's not going to want to hear you telling her how to dress. You feel me?
That's right.
She don't care about the Bible. You understand?
Okay.
You're going to come into the truth. You're going to be tested.
That's right.
You're going to be tested. People are going to test you at your job. People are going to put sin in your face. Hit this.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Hit this. The weed man gonna hit you up with the deal of a lifetime. I'm serious. Christ said, you know what you have to do to serve God? Do you know what you have to do to serve Christ? You have to deny yourself.
Right. Okay.
No, listen to me. You have to deny yourself. This ain't about you. This is not about you. The picture is grand. It's much bigger than that. Truth is bigger than me. You understand?
Okay.
You gotta deny yourself. You have to be, hey, why do you think Paul said in Timothy, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier? He didn't say that for no reason. You know how many times Paul and them went to prison?
Yeah.
And an angel busted them out of the prison? And Peter and the disciples listen, prison, being ridiculed. You know how many times, if Peter was sitting here right now, how many stories he had to tell? Of the hell they faced. But Peter will also be able to tell you how they never lost faith. How they never went back to the world. You get my point? They kept pressing forward. All the thoughts that Abraham was being attacked with as he walked, put the wood down. You feel me? You mean to tell me Satan wasn't attacking Abraham? Shoot. Listen. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Satan gonna do everything in his power to make sure you drop your sword. Whether it be whores, your woman cheated on you, your children are grown and they don't want nothing to do with the truth. Your family can't stand you. Got laid off. Behind on bills. Hell, you're on child support. You're fighting cases. But through it all, you keep pressing forward. Just like Abraham. You see? Health issues. High blood pressure. Diabetes. Keep pressing forward. What's back there? Tell me. What's back there?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Get Luke 9:62. This is what Christ said. Christ also said, if you follow me, you have to take up your cross. You know what happened on that cross now? Christ suffered. You understand? Luke 9:62. Go ahead, Isaac.
The book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man.
Who?
No man.
One more time.
No man.
Read on.
Having put his hand to the
Plow.
plow.
No man having put his hand to the plow. Read on.
And looking back.
And what?
And looking back.
Looking where?
And looking back.
And looking back.
Is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
You hear that? What does putting your hand to the plow represent? Getting in this work. Getting in this work. Changing your life is work. I don't know if anybody told you. Ask anybody that's changed their life. It's absolute work. No man putting his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. Don't look back. What happened? Listen, what happened when Lot's wife looked back? I know I don't know. That's all you've been studying the last 3 weeks is Lot, Moab, Ammon, right? It's like, sir, what? I understand. But what happened to her when she looked back? Go ahead.
She turned to a pillar of salt.
Turned to a damn rock. You understand? Frozen in time. And the Zonovan, it's a picture of a rock. They're like, that's her. I'm not sure how true that is, but hey, it could be. And damn if it is. Don't be her. More importantly, don't have that spirit of looking back. Press forward. Whatever you're going through, whatever your tests are, you gotta fight through it. You gotta fight through it. I don't know what it is you're going through, but I know you're going through something. You understand? And that's the beauty of it. We all going through it together. And we ain't gonna lose faith together too.
Right, that's right.
You understand? Get Hebrews, right? Watch this. I'll read it. Watch this. Go to Hebrews 11 real quick. Hebrews 11. And we know that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? And without faith, it is impossible to please him. Actually, I'll read that. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Can you imagine if Abraham didn't have faith where we would be? We'd probably be heathens, right? He probably wouldn't have chose Abraham to bless. You feel me, sis? Listen, fight. Satan is going to do his best to pull you back into the world. Call you by the name the world named you. You understand? You got to do what Peter should have done. What should Peter have done when they saw a figure walking on water in the middle of a great storm? and an aura around that brother. They were afraid. And the Lord said, listen, it was a storm. And they heard the Lord perfectly. You feel me? Be not afraid, it is I. It's Yahawashi. It's me. He said, come on the water and walk with me. Peter was like, okay. He got off. Listen. He got off the boat. You know, he probably did one of these. He saw that he was like, wait a minute. And he got on there, he was like, Most High Christ. Start walking towards the Lord. Right? You know, the Lord probably was, the Lord was an austere man. He just, you feel me? Doesn't say that, but when I read, that's what I see. The Lord just is, fro and just glorious. Right? Walking towards the Lord. But then what happens? Peter walked on water, right? But what happened? They said that Peter got distracted by the waves. Right? He started to focus on the danger more than the fact that, Negro, you're walking on water right now. Do you understand? You worry about these waves. Listen. And he started to drown. And the Lord caught him. He ain't gonna let you drown. But listen, next time don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Focus on me. Walk towards me. You understand? Abraham was walking towards the Lord. You understand? If you didn't catch this class, I highly recommend you watch it from the beginning. And watch it through. I know sometimes, believe me, I look at the analytics on YouTube. It says the average view duration 3 minutes. I'm like, damn. Come on, Israel. Get all of it. Eat. Satisfy your soul. But the point is what though? Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith. You hear that? I said it like that for a reason. By faith, Noah, being warned of God, of things not seen as yet. What does that mean? There was no such thing as rain. Nothing. There was not. The dew is what watered. You feel me, sis? The trees. And what happened? But it says, moved with fear. Fear of man? No, fear of God. Prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Here's the point. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go into a place which he should receive after for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went. You go read the history of Abraham. The Lord removed him from one situation and told him to just go here. You're going to go here. It's somewhere Abraham never was before. You see? And it says, and he went out not knowing whither he went. You know, the scriptures say we walk by faith, not by sight. You understand? You walk by faith, not by sight. Christians use that and think they know what it means. They don't know what it means. You understand? They don't know what it means to put on all black, to go in front of the world and proclaim that our oppressor is the devil, and read the Bible in Hollywood. You ever been to Hollywood? Listen, have you ever been to Hollywood? I mean, damn. Sometimes ain't no room to walk. There's tons of people. who were worried about celebrating the New Year's. And you're telling them God is a black man. Eating pork is a sin. Women, cover up your funky behind. You understand? That takes faith, And why am I telling you this? Because whatever you're going through, know what you're involved in. Know what you're a part of. For real. You think I just wear it? Look, this don't make me. You understand? Not only should you be in the truth needs to be in you. Do you understand? The truth has to be in you, sis. When I'm not around you brothers, man, listen, I'm Thabawan. Thawada. Get that sister hand. Right? That's the spirit. I wasn't even looking for that. You know what I mean? Facts though. I'm not who I used to be at. And neither are you, and I know it. Because I can smell it. If there's any other way. Get your life right. Get it right, man. Get it together. You got time. You here, right? You here. The Lord could have killed you yesterday. You think I know I'm getting on the chariot? You understand? You don't know you're getting on the chariot. But that's why whatever Captain Goodallhart tells me to do, I'm going to do it. Do you understand? Because I'm going to make my calling and election sure. Or at least I'm going to try my damn hardest. Them angels come out. Listen, I'm going to grab them by the ankles. You're not leaving me here.
For real.
That's my mind frame. Like I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure me and my house is Tawad. Right? And what I can do is not go sleep with that man's wife. Not go buy weed. You understand? Not betray my brother. Not steal from my brother or sister. You understand? Not hang with the homies from the block who every time I'm around them, we got into some trouble. Sisters, what are you doing? Wake up! You see? That's for the brother who's watching this right now who knows nothing about the truth. Wake up! What the hell are you doing with yourself? You think it's normal to be in the hood and have unregistered guns in your jeans? You're hard. You understand? That's stupid. And the homies, when you go to jail, you're gonna sleep with your woman. That's what they're gonna do. That's a fact. Is that foreign? The world don't love you. The world don't even love his damn self, right?
Right.
Leave the world behind. And keep pressing forward. Keep pressing forward. Keep pressing forward no matter what. Any questions?
No, sir.
Imagine just me. I We're going to throw up these prayers. Brothers, gird up thy loins. Sisters, cover your heads. All right, let's get these incense going, Baba Kushal. La Yashrala, which means to Israel. Mayawa Panya Kodam, which means to. What does it mean?
To rise. It's like to rise and face the east.
Right. So let's stand, and which means rise, stand and face the east. We're going to throw up these prayers and close out the Sabbath service. Excuse me. Just like all right, get the incense going. All right, the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Hashemayim, Adonanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalach Nawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalach Nawa, Kabawati Nawa, Mala'ah, Labiyah Nawa, Saiwan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, La'alumium, Aman. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Hakak, or the power. Hakak means the power. In Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Babakashah, Lanawa, Hakak, Rapah, Kal, Makala, Wakal, Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Matazarayim, Hakak, Lahaquayim, Hamathim, Hakak, Al, Akawaf, Tamala, Garashan, Hashem, Yahushai, Kowada, Amen. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. These are your blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Malak Allah, Wa Lahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahanna, Halawapyam, Hasaranyam, Hakwatazayanyam, Hakayayoyam, Wa Ha'akwathyam, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, the water. Amen. In English, right? Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Ahayim,
Ahayim,
Mayan, Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
Isaiah,
Ma'ai, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Ratazah, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, All, Yanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yaminka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wa'aka, Ma'ida, Wa'id, Awalam. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee,
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
he
that keepeth Israel,
He that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by
The
night.
Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and thy coming
from
in
this time forth,
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
It's like it. Swig of water. Make sure y'all drink plenty of water, right?
Come.
Psalms 83. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
all, Damaya,
Damaya,
Laka,
Laka,
all,
all,
Lakarash,
Lakarash,
all,
all,
Ashakwat,
Ashakwat,
all,
all,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Hana,
Hana,
I.S.U.P.K,
I.S.U.P.K,
Yahamayawan,
Ayamayawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
I.M.K,
Imaka,
Ya'ayamwa,
Ya'ayamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Wayata,
Tazawa,
Watazawa,
Tazapuwanika,
Tazapuwanika,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Wakakidam,
Wakakidam,
Wagaya,
Wagaya,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Shum,
Shum, Asharallah, Awada, Kaya, Noah,
Tazawa,
Laba, Kadwa, Aliyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Aliyah, Adawam, Wa, Ashmalia, Mawaba, Bahagariam, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalat, Palashat, Amishabia,
Tazawar,
Gum,
Ashawar,
Nalawa, Aimam, Hayawa, Zarawad, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah. It's like it. My reading glasses. Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Shamadwa, Bayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shaitamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kaira, Kazaba, Kazabat, Katazal, Manai, Paul, Nasayakumwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Nanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Shaitamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Panya, Kaash, Ira, Wa.
Wa.
Kalahaba.
Kalahaba.
Kalahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Kan.
Kan.
Panyaham.
Tor-
Kwalawan. Waya.
Waya.
Lakwashwa.
Lakashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labashwa.
Labashwa.
Waya.
Aya.
Mahalwa.
Latamaiwa.
Ajai.
Ajai.
Waya.
Aya.
Kaparwa.
Kaparwa.
Waya.
Aya.
Abadwa.
Labadwa.
Waya.
Aya.
Daiwa.
Daiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Hakal.
Lakal.
Haratza.
Haratza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thou silence, O
And
God,
hold not thy peace.
and hold not thy
And be
peace,
not still.
and be not still,
O God.
O God.
For lo,
Thine
thine enemies,
enemies
make atonement.
make atonement.
And they that hate thee,
For they that hate
have
thee
lifted up the head.
have lifted up the
They have
head.
taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
And
people,
consulted
and consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off
and let us cut them
from
off
being a nation.
from being a
Let the
nation.
name of Israel
Let the name of
there be
Israel
no more in remembrance.
may be no more in
They have
remembrance.
consulted together
And they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one
They are
consent.
confederate against thee.
They have confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
and Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gebal,
Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
and the inhabitants of
Ashur
Tyre.
also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined
They
with
have hope in
them.
the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Do
Salah.
unto them,
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to
as
Sisera,
to Jabin,
as to
at the
Jabin,
brook of Kisan,
at the brook of
which
Kashan,
perished at Endor.
and perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the
They
earth.
have come that dawn from the
Make
earth.
their nobles like a red,
Make them nobles like a
and
red,
like Zaid.
like Zaid.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
as Almunah,
and as Almunah,
said,
has said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a
as
wheel,
the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the
the
wind,
fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth
and
the
as the
wood,
flames set up the mountains on
and
fire.
as the flame set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
So fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with
They
shame,
seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
troubled,
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
is
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High,
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.